Hi, this is Jeff Lloyd with Cascade Emergency Vehicles, the brush truck manufacturing division of Cascade Fire Equipment. Today, I'm here to talk to you about this legacy brush truck. Cascade's been building brush trucks for over 40 years. Our legacy model is tried and true, and it features a modular design with an aluminum flatbed, aluminum boxes, and a modular slip-on pump package. I want to get into some of the features here on this truck and some of the options that you can put on the legacy model. First and foremost, we have our buck stop bumper up front, which is a very common standard on this particular model. We have the 6-inch extension, which has a hose tray that can be stored with hose and operated with this 1.5-inch manual valve. Underneath that, we have one Warn winch, which is available in several different capacities. Below that, you can see we have 4 spray nozzles located at the bottom of the bumper, so you can run some sweep nozzles for mop up or spraying a fire line. We also have some rock lighting for ground lighting on both sides of the bumper, as well as fog lighting, as well as our siren speaker. For emergency lighting, we have 2 wheel-in ions on the front of the bumper, and we have 2 wheel-in ions in the grill. So this truck right here features a buck stop super single kit with the E-Click electronic shock dampening system. So what this kit comes with, other than the bumper, is going to be the lift kit, aftermarket coils, aftermarket shocks, some skid plates, new control arms, and new Continental tires with single-piece aluminum forged wheels. So this is a great kit if you're looking for more clearance for your truck, if you're looking to get a little bit more aggressive off-road. This is a kit that we offer in several different stages. As you can see on top of the truck, we have a wheel-in Liberty light bar. So the entire lighting system on this truck, on all Cascade trucks, is a wheel-in emergency system using the CENCOM core. We utilize 100% wiring harness on these that meet NFPA standards. On the side of the truck, we have Weston running boards, and we have some optional wheel-in tracer lights right above those. This flatbed's manufactured by Cascade in-house, as well as the boxes. We offer a lifetime warranty on both of these products. Our boxes are laser cut. We weld them in-house, we assemble them in-house, we paint them. All of the hinges and latches are Cerakoted for extra corrosion protection. And so let's just get into some of the options on some of these boxes. So this first box right here is what we call our transverse box. This box runs the width of the flatbed, and we put a slide in here with a tray. This slide will come out 70% both directions, and it has 3 stopping points. So as you can see, this offers an incredible amount of storage. It offers some versatility, being able to put backboards, stretchers, longer hand tools in this compartment. And because it slides out both directions, it offers the fire department extra safety. Depending on what side of the road they're parked on, they can always access their equipment out of this box. Underneath that transverse box, we have our underbody box. So this box is a simple 32-inch box. We also have a optional onboard ARB air compressor that has a storage tank that's located under the flatbed. Our side boxes, we have 2 top opening boxes. On the bottom here, right here, you can see we've just got one big open cavern with some 110 plugs in here, which is optional. All of our boxes do come standard with the LED lighting, with the turtle tile decking on the bottom, with vents in each box, drain holes, and also our custom hydro flange, which gives you a double seal on your box. The latches are all Cerakoted, like I mentioned before, as are all the rods. And this is a slam latch style box, so you can just slam it shut. The top compartment is also an open cavern with an angle to it. It also features all the same standard features that I talked about. Obviously, with this being a super single, you can see how high this is up. I'm about 5'10", and I do not clear the bottom of this box. The solution that we have for that is our swing out step, which we engineered and built in-house. To deploy the swing out step, you've got one latch on this side. You pull that up and slide the step out, and then you secure it in the receiver hitch on the flatbed. With this step, now you can see I can easily reach everything in this box, and I visually have my eyes on everything that could be in this compartment. It's a great option, and it tucks away really nicely when you're driving. Inside this box as well, you can see that we've also installed an LED flood lighting that will give you extra lighting when you're on scene, and this is on both sides of this vehicle. We have our under flatbed storage for our chock blocks as well on the driver's side, and we also feature 3 wheel-in ions on the side of the flatbed. So coming back to the rear of the truck right here, there's a lot to talk about. We have the pump package back here. Most of our pump package is manufactured in-house by Cascade. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start from the bottom of the truck. We'll work our way up. You can see we've got our suction hose storage tray. So that comes down like that. And we've got 3 lengths of PVC suction hose that we can use for drafting. We also have our hose bars in here as well, which can be added to the flatbed. And we can use those to figure 8 our hose and move on to the next structure very quickly. Also on the tail apron, we do have our reflective chevrons, we have our DOT lighting, and we also have our Kuzmal auto charger on the back as well. A couple of steps that are welded in, and then in the frame rail of the flatbed, we have a low profile backup camera. So coming up to the pump package here, this is, like I mentioned before, a legacy unit, so it has the modular slip-on frame. So we have a 2-inch frame that supports the tank and the platform of the pump, so that this could actually be removed and placed onto a new chassis if needed. So this pump package right here is a 400-gallon water tank with a 10-gallon foam cell. It features a diesel-powered Darley pump. The diesel motor on this is tied into the chassis of, the diesel motor of this is tied into the fuel tank of the chassis, so there's no need to carry any extra fuel for it. To operate the pump package, we offer a stainless steel housed control panel with a removable faceplate that has a laser finish. On the panel, there are several controls and gauges. We have the control buttons down here, which turns the unit on, turns it off, and also starts the unit. We have a low pressure shutoff. We have an electric primer, an electric throttle, our Class A foam flow system that's built into the panel, a pressure gauge, and digital water and foam gauges. The panel's lit with LED lighting and also has controls for the work lights, and also has a winterization port. All of the plumbing on this truck is stainless steel, which we weld here in-house. They are all single piece, continuous flow. That way you can get the maximum efficiency out of your pump with the minimal amount of friction loss. Every single thread is machined to fire threads, whether that be NPSH or NH. We also have our Cascade valves that we manufacture in-house and that we also label with our little label right here. These are both laser finished. So just to go over some of the manifolds, we have our draft line right here, which is a 2-inch NPSH male. We have a valve control that's built into this step, so we can pull that to close that valve if we want to draft. For quick filling, we have our 2.5-inch hydrant fill, which is a 2.5-inch female swivel, NH. And we also have a small 3/4-inch garden hose fill for a small convenient fill or filling bladder bags. On this side of the panel, we have 1.5-inch discharge. We also have an 1.5-inch discharge that's in the rear that goes to the front of the truck. Behind that, we have one 1-inch line that powers both of our reels. So we have 2 Hand-A mini reels that hold 100 feet of hose on each side, which also features a shutoff and nozzle that is included with that. Underneath the reels, we have a couple storage drawers that come out here for extra storage. On top of the platform here, we've got a couple steps that you can use to get on top of the tank. We have a chassis roof rack, which holds the spare tire. We also have the antennas for the radios mounted on here, and we have some LED flood lighting on both sides. In the event that we need to change the tire and get this tire down, the tire with the wheel weighs almost 300 pounds. We have a compartment located above our transverse box that comes with a 1,000-pound crane and a hitch right here that you can hook that up, so you can manually take this wheel and tire off and pick up the other one and put it back on. In the back seat of the chassis, we have our wiring box, which is made of polypropylene with an aluminum powder-coated top. On the inside is where we store all the electronic components for the emergency lighting system, routers, radios, and anything else electrical that we need to put in here. This stores very nicely underneath the back seat and doesn't take away any legroom of the truck. For an emergency console, we utilize a Troy console that has a small slant and a large cavern right here for storage. On this console, we've got 2 beverage holders, USB chargers, 2 12-volt chargers. We have an in-cab panel that you can operate the pump from inside, including starting, stopping, and adjusting the throttle. Above that, we have the Whelen Sencom core controller, which controls all of your emergency lighting. We have an optional Whelen Argus spotlight controller And we have 2 customer-provided radios and our controllers for our spray nozzles left and right, and a computer mount up here. So this is what we would look like if we were heading to scene. As soon as we get to scene and we throw the vehicle in park, it automatically switches to the dynamic variable lighting.